Everyone, Rahul here from Review Tech, and today I'm going to share some tips and tricks you probably aren't aware of iPhone 10. Number one in the list is reachability. Apple introduced this feature in its first big phone, iPhone 6. In iPhone 6, you have to double tap your home button to reach the top corners of your screen without having to use your both hands. But in iPhone 10, home button is replaced with Face ID, and because of that, you now have to use gestures to collapse your top half of the screen. So how do we do this? To enable this, you have to go into the settings, accessibility, and turn the reachability toggle on. Reachability is on by default in any of the new phones, and if you are not comfortable using it, you can always turn the toggle off from settings. To use reachability in any of the application or home screen, all you have to do is swipe down on the bottom of your phone to collapse your screen and swipe up gently to go back to the normal home screen. Next tip I'm going to share today is how to type on Siri. Apple introduced Siri as your personal assistant with iPhone 5s, and since then Siri has received multiple updates over time. In all the iPhones other than iPhone 10, you have to press and hold the home button to activate Siri, or you can say Hey Siri. In iPhone 10, you now have to press and hold the side button to activate Siri. And yes, you heard it right. Apple now calls it as a side button instead of power button, and side button has multiple gestures too. To enable type on Siri, open settings, accessibility, Siri, turn the type to Siri toggle on. 3D touch. To enable this, open settings, accessibility, 3D touch, and turn the 3D touch toggle on. Apple introduced this feature with iPhone 6s, and since then, Apple devices are the only devices to have this 3D touch display. Apple is the only manufacturer to include this force touch technology in smartphones, and this technology didn't took off as Apple expected it to. This is used for quickly panning in and panning out the content without having to open it. Night shift mode and True Tone display. Quickest way to access night shift and True Tone is by swiping down from top right corner of the screen. 3D touch control centers brightness, and then you can turn night shift and True Tone for turning on or off. Night shift mode is useful to minimize the amount of blue light on the display. Enabling this mode moves display towards warmer yellow part of the color. This can be manually selected or automated by setting the time of your bed. True Tone technology automatically adjusts the white balance on the screen to match the ambient light around you. Flashlight and camera shortcuts. Towards the bottom left of your screen, 3D touch the flashlight icon to turn it on or off. In order to avoid accidental touches, you now have to 3D touch the icon to activate flashlight or camera. 3D touching the camera icon on the bottom right of your screen is the quickest way to access camera and grab in some great pictures. Screen record and undo typing. To record your screen, swipe down from top right corner of your phone to access the control center. All you have to do now is to tap record icon. As soon as you tap record, countdown starts from 3. Once the countdown ends, your screen capture starts. This is indicated with a red icon on top left corner of your screen. Now let's talk about shake to undo. You can undo typing by shaking your iPhone. To enable this feature, open settings, accessibility, scroll down to the bottom of your screen and tap shake to undo where you can turn the toggle on. After turning the toggle on, you can undo the written text simply by shaking your phone. Record slow motion video at 1080p 240 fps. As always, I have saved the best one for the last. Do you know your iPhone 10 can record slow motion video at 1080p with 240 fps? Yes, your iPhone 10 can record awesome slow motion video at full HD. Recording slow motion video with 240 frames per second at full HD is one of the unique and best features of iPhone 10. To enable this, open Settings, Camera, Record Slow-Mo and select 1080p HD at 240 frames per second. There you go. These are my 10 tips and tricks about iPhone 10. If you find my video useful, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the like button.